Namaskar, this is Vaishali Gadgil from Shashwat Organics, and I'm really glad to record the 5th episode of Organic Sutra. Today I am thrilled because I'm going to speak about a subject which is very close to my heart and I'm very passionate about it, and that is wild foods. I have spent around 6 years exploring the Sahyadri mountain ranges with the local tribals called Katkaris and exploring this year on year. And we identified, of course these are known, but in the ranges that I was in the at the land that we were working, around 159 varieties of the food. I thought like wild foods are only leafy vegetable, but it's not like that. So there are leafy vegetable, there are fruit vegetable, there are wild edible flowers, there are wild mushrooms, there are tender shoots, and of course root vegetable. So these wild vegetables play a very important role in the ecosystem. It not only covers the land, also it feeds a lot of species, a lot of birds, a lot of butterflies and bees. It also keeps the soil very moist and healthy. Well, humans also eat it. They can eat it. It's a fact that lot of tribals treat themselves and eat this food on regular basis. They do not, only I think recently they have started buying vegetable from outside just because they have access to it. But the tribal community has survived and lived on the wild vegetable, and that has really helped them because they use food to cure themselves. These are nature's first babies and full of nutrition and medicinal values. I'm going to speak about some of these vegetables, just talk about them and maybe show you some pictures so to create an awareness about this. To start with leafy vegetable, we have bharangi. The tender leaves of this bharangi, it's a bush, are eaten. There is golu, there is pathari, kurdu, then you have amboshi, you have terealu, you have katemat, you have chauli, the wild variants of chauli which just grow on the rainwater. Then most of these veggies, most of these tender shoots are little bitter, so the common instruction to eat any wild vegetable is to first boil it a little bit, take away the bitter water and cook it like any normal leafy vegetable. Now coming to the fruit vegetable, chicharda is a variant of wild brinjal, very tiny in size, and this is very good for your immune system and also to control the blood sugar. Then mohar, as the name suggests, it's like the inflorescence of mango, and it is very tasty vegetable, and you might get addicted to it like I got addicted to it. I wouldn't eat any normal vegetable during monsoon and just survive on the forest vegetables. Then there is kartula, which is a smaller, it's a wild variant of bitter gourd. Again, very good for your immune system, for cleansing your body and keeping the blood sugars under control. There are fruits like meka, gometi, so which are the wild edible flowers. Kavdar, that is the wild banana flower. You must have heard of, very highly nutritious and tasty. Then the tender flowers of bahawa, the tender flowers of kanchan are eaten very, by the. I have tried the flowers. I've tried making the vegetable out of the flowers, and they are really, and also salads. They taste absolutely yummy in salads, nutritious, especially the kanchan flowers are very good for your hemoglobin, and women who are suffering from PMS related disorders, these flowers can be used in jamun honey or cooked in a normal way and eaten. So let's come to the tender shoots. Of course, the bamboo shoots, you can use it as making the pickle, or just cook them and eat like a vegetable. Special instructions for bamboo shoots that you have to keep in a salt water for 5 to 6 days. Take away that water, take away the bitterness from it, and then cook it. You can store it for years together in salt water, mind you, or you can pickle it. It is one of the healthiest and nutritious food that you could have. Remember, the pandas eat it, so you know how nutritious bamboos are, the tender shoots of the bamboos are. The root vegetable, the commonly eaten is lutichi bhaji, which are the leaves of the root vegetable. Um, very, very famous, and it's a delicacy. Then shevri, again the same, and there is another variant is which is called bab shevri. This I discovered, next to the Panvel region. Very beautiful looking thing, and it's a delicacy over there. Then we have the wild mushrooms, which is called choti alambi, moti alambi, or chattar. Remember, the more colorful and more beautiful the mushroom is, it is poisonous, so never touch that. Just go for the choti and moti alambi and the chattar, the simple mushrooms that you see, the white variants of that. So people, the idea behind sharing this experience and whatever little knowledge I have is that many people think whatever the whatever grows in a piece of land which is uncultivated is just vegetation, wild vegetation, or it's just grass, and unknowingly they destroy it. So when you buy a piece of land, just be mindful, be aware, ask around. If you do not know, ask around, ask the locals, ask the tribals, the villagers over there, and conserve these species. These are beautiful, these are uncultivated, these are effortless, they grow on their own force of nature, and you can add this to your regular diet, at least for that particular season. So as the monsoon starts, in stages these various wild vegetables grow, and you can really add them to your diet, and reap the benefits, health benefits out of that. Our our goal should be to get them back to our food plate. So multiplying and conserving them is the first step. So this is my request to you. If you own a piece of land, or somebody you know owns a piece of land, ask them to find about the vegetation, and if they observe something, conserve it, talk to people, and add it to your regular diet. Thank you.